Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with another Apocalypse Saga Heroic Mode Notes 3 and 4. Now we're going to be walking through. I've been able to push through it, but before I get started, guys, I want to show you quickly my two teams, because for Notes 3 and 4, you do need respectively the Gamma team as well as Dev Seed. So let's get right into it. So respective upgrades in here. Red Hulk definitely being the most important character. You can see the ISO 8s I've utilized on each of them, so that way you get a sense of what to upgrade, what to recommend here. Easier just to show you guys. There you go. And then Brawn definitely being a huge piece in terms of sustainability. There we go. Those are the 5 right there for Gamma. And now we're also going to switch gears here to Dev Seed, which is for the nodes for it respectively. So Archangel definitely being a pivotal piece, granting a lot of energy, everything upgraded, spared no expense for him. Magneto absolutely huge in damage mitigation. We got Psylocke cleansing, ability block, being able to provide support where needed. Nemesis with the huge heals that bypass heal block, absolutely massive for sustainability. And lastly, Dark Beast causing havoc with his crowd controlling aspect and inflicting so much bleed on the enemies. So there you guys have it. Those are my two teams ready to go here. Let's get right into it. Definitely feeling that both nodes 3 and 4 were much easier than nodes 1 and 2. I think just because the enemies we're up against were a lot better, and even though we have two strong, very powerful team synergies, the fact is that we just had a smoother time. So definitely the enemies. I moved over She-Hulk and Hulk next to Red Hulk just because of the fact that they would be taunting, and as well making sure that Red Hulk does get attacked, increasing his charges. So starting things off, guys, left corner I used Red Hulk special just to reduce the turn meter, almost taking down Thor in one hit, so that's huge. But we are up against aspects here of the heroes as Guardians and as well Uncanny X-Men. So we go ahead, we finish off here cleaning up Thor. Doing really good. I would recommend stunning Mighty Thor just because of the fact that she has some really potent abilities. Got the taunt with Hulk, looking good. So we're getting attacks already on Red Hulk right from the get-go. Absolutely huge. I didn't use Brawn's abilities yet because I like using his special when there are a bunch of buffs around, so that way it does transfer over to our respective Gamma team allies. So seeing that there's an opportunity here, this is where I would wait for. Yeah, and then after cleaning up Thor there on the left, I recommend aiming for the right side just because they have some pretty dangerous enemies, and taking down Magic sooner is really good because we know that there's a Phoenix coming from the previous hard mode that we did. So taking her out at least prevents Phoenix from getting a second life. So she goes down, and then as well, you can see some negatives being inflicted thanks to our passives there. Love Abomination special, just inflicting all these negative conditions. So a good opportunity. We're going to go ahead there and just finish off and try to clean up here with Mighty Thor, but you can see I'm leaving these guys quite weak because I want all of them to drop at the same time, and that way we're get ready to go for the next wave no matter what. So they go down with the bleed, and you can see Phoenix does spawn as well with an Icarus and as well Beast. So this is why we were hoping to take down Magic before, and as well as taking down a key character like Thor with his charges, supporting his fellow Asgardians. At this point, should be pretty darn close to using a Red Hulk ultimate, so that's what we do here. Ideally, it would be perfect to use when this new wave spawns, so make sure you guys are saving up for that if you're watching this in advance. And then really just cleaning up what's on board here, because this is pretty much the last wave. I think there's only a couple guys left afterwards. So they spawn, so that's a Silver Surfer, and I believe that's a Valkyrie there afterwards. So now we're just about cleaning up here and making sure. And we finally get a chance to use Brawn special there to get some buffs there. We're going to turn rewind with the special again, that big, huge cluster. Phoenix comes back with her ultimate, as well as her Dark Phoenix mode, but that's okay because, like I said, we took down Magic, so she's only going to get 1 life. Now we're just cleaning up some of the stronger damage dealers like Silver Surfer, and Beast is a big one too, guys, because like he can provide some sustain and cleansing, but I saw that he doesn't really have his turn coming up soon, so we're in a good spot. Yeah, Mighty Thor is strong, but again, if you guys just manage to control her and take down her allies, it's not going to be an impact right there. So we finish off Beast just to make sure they don't get a heal, and really down to these 4, pretty smooth sailing. So overall, not a bad node whatsoever. I think pretty well balanced. Works really well with this team. But the key, definitely recapping here, is making sure that the ultimate lands right in that new wave of Icarus, because it just hits them so hard. and the amount of bleeds and the trauma that gets inflicted. You know, and this is a great example why heroes as Guardians is pretty good, because of the buffs that they can get with Valkyrie. So even taking down, you know, that can go back, probably take down Valkyrie maybe a little earlier, so that way the buffs don't get to activate. But you know, that's okay, because this is just not a hard node. I think a lot of people, a lot of folks will likely breeze through it. So looking really, really good there. And then now we're just gonna clean up. Here you guys have it. Easy 3-star. And again, we're gonna need this 3-star to unlock Baby Apocalypse. So keep that in mind when you guys are going through these nodes. That is one of the prerequisites here. Here we go. Switching gears now to the next node, being node 4. I like that placement was like a little bit different, so I do like this setup here, just because Nemesis on the side, as well as with Psylocke and having Archangel being in the front, just because, you know, they are a little tankier. We want to protect Magneto, as well as making sure that Dark Beast is ready to go with all his bleed. So another good one, in my honest opinion, with the crowd controlling aspects that we have with this team. So starting things off, the only choice really is to activate Magneto's ultimate, but we have to be mindful of Gambit, and we got to watch out for Omega Red, because this could be a hard node. Depending if you don't control the right enemies. So we go actually for a Gambit right from the get-go because of his passive attacks. It could be very, very devastating. He keeps it going. As you can see with Black Panther 1 million, he can still get his attacks even though he's blinded. So right there, thankfully our Magneto ultimate was able to blind Omega Red. So he missed one of his 2 controlling aspects abilities, but now we're in a great position to, you know, make a key decision here. I'd recommend using Dark Beast to ability block Omega Red as well, just casting some bleeds aside, which is really huge. And remember guys, when you finish off any enemies with Archangel specifically, we're going to get energy granted to our team, so we really want to time his ultimate to be really, really effective, and as well getting those passive attacks whenever there is an enemy that falls. So cleaning up that left corner right there, looking pretty good right now. Omega Red's weaker, the heal doesn't even work because of the heal block and negative conditions inflicted. You can leave key characters like supportive character roles that are tankier, like M'Baku, Adam Warlock. They're not really an issue, but like this is a great example. I decided to use the ultimate on Omega Red, granting energy for our team. So that's definitely the mindset there, guys. And keep in mind too, any of Dark Beast's abilities is he's going to be really supportive in that role of casting some negatives, giving some buffs to our team too. I like the Nemesis ult ability there, just to inflict. Look at the amount of bleeds, absolutely beautiful. This team is just so strong by themselves, and the synergy they have makes it very, very potent for any enemies that we're up against. So they're all looking pretty weak. They're all got bleeds on them, gonna take them down slowly over time. So I'm just aiming for anybody that has high HP, because we know that we also have more energy with Archangel coming, but as well his special ability having great AoE as well. So just a really, really easy node in my honest opinion. We get a lot of passive attacks, and again, all my guys are only level 85, gear tier level 16. No, nothing beyond that, just the bare minimum requirements. At this point, yeah, we got options, right? So I go ahead, activate more buffs again with the special, and then we're targeting Silver Samurai. But yeah, Nemesis, just everything scaling with HP is huge for our support capabilities, and the amount of buffs he gives to our team, energy. And huge. You'll likely at this point get Magneto's ultimate back for another blind. I recommend saving it for the next wave, just because that's gonna be a great way to kind of set things up. And then again, one of the Silver Samurais, I was hoping to take him down with an ultimate. It worked with the energy granting, and then you're gonna see probably the last wave coming to fruition here. So this is a good one to activate the Magneto ultimate once again. So we're in a good spot. I was having a hard time deciding who to attack really, but I think Lady Deathstrike had the most damage, so we did aim for her. But keep in mind, we have Dark Beast's ultimate that we can inflict on Spider Weaver. If she gets her attack going, it could be dangerous, so that's why we want to stop her before she uses her ultimate ability for the charge attacks. And then as well, activating all our abilities now, just because we know that this wave is done and this node is going to be done, so the resets and everything with our abilities, there's no need to be conservative. Once again, another devastating attack there to finish off, granting more energy. We just keep rinsing and repeating, which is huge. And it's beautiful to see how great this team is, even outside of a raid setting, because they just really work, and it's really smooth in terms of the amount of value they provide to each other in a supportive role. So at this point, everyone's either blinded or there's an ability block and key targets, so we're looking really good, guys. Just cleaning up, honestly, anybody that's low HP. And again, it's all about strategic management of the key characters that potentially could be a concern for us. So looking really, really good. You can see the turn meter being rewinded thanks to Archangel. Just love the value he brings whenever an enemy falls. yeah, the passive attacks, giving us a huge advantage here. So lastly, this Silver Samurai is the last one, but honestly, it doesn't really matter because you can see just the value that we had and how smooth this node was, even despite the fact that it being in heroic mode. So there you guys have it. Finally, node 4 here as well. The easy 3 stars with node 3s and 4 for your guys' reference. So do let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. This was pretty smooth, even for the heroic. Thank you as always. Do appreciate checking my videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.